The N4 Maputo corridor crosses the border into Mozambique for the last 90 kilometers into Maputo port. That means a change of language, currency, laws, and communities, which necessitates efficient collaboration between governments, the road agencies of each country, and several other stakeholders. How does that collaborative approach work? And how well is it working to improve the infrastructure continuously? Now let's talk about what has been described as the game changer for trade and mobility. I'm talking about the N4 Maputo corridor, which is linking Gauteng to the Mozambique capital, which stretches over 570 kilometers of freeway, as you mentioned earlier. So this was the first public-private enterprise project that was done and implemented and signed all the way in 1996, if I'm correct?
This is 97.
96, 97. Now, what would you say are the main economic and social benefits for both South Africa and Mozambique from such a game changer?
We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot happen. In terms of tourism, in my view, it's booming again. People can travel easily. Got a very good road, or a road in very good standards. So from traveling perspective, you'll do it with minimum of cost in terms of, maintenance of your vehicle. We've been upgrading this road for some time now. For those who were not there when we started, there were places where we had a single lane only in each direction. Now we have up to 6 lanes.
Sure.
So the development and the improvement to cater for the capacity has been substantial. We see sectors of the industry maximized. You go to the border, endless trucks to die in both sides. They are different. Remember, our objective is provide infrastructure. We don't operate, we don't legislate. We are not the ones who deal with truck industry, etc., etc. But when we see them using, means that the movement of goods can achieve, can move from one end to another in the most cost-effective. We don't invite them to go and use the road. They go to use the road because they feel it's beneficial for them. So yes, a lot has happened. There's development of the private sector. The farming activities now can move and reach ports quickly. The exchange of goods, the support to communities is in place. So that gives us a bit of encouragement that something is happening on the positive side. You called it a game changer.
Yes.
The answer is yes, because now people can travel faster. People can actually define the time they want to take from A to B and get the infrastructure which can support them.
Now, earlier you mentioned that the track agreement was a 30-year concession plan. We are now in year 27 of that agreement. What would you say have been some of the high points or the milestones over the past 27 years?
For me, what gives me some degree of satisfaction of what we achieved is what is there now today compared to what we had when we started. But before I expand that, I really want to emphasize the role of the states. We are just humble, small engineers, but the vision of the states, President Mandela, President Chisano, at the time as presidents who drove this initiative, was inspiring for us to do our work. So the political landscape, the political environment, the political championship of the process was absolutely essential for us. So the role of the state does matter in terms of what engineers can do. We have built the road now, and more than 400 kilometers has been upgraded from where it was. So in terms of number of lanes, in terms of interchanges, we've built now 8 interchanges in South African side. We've done 1 interchange in Mozambican side. We have done 1 quarter link in Mozambican side. We didn't have all those, we do have them now. So the flow, the safety for the road user has been substantially enhanced. We have supported communities. We don't talk often about that. On the initial construction works, were able to train over 5,000 people. The level of job creation was created, and I was looking to the latest figures of last year. 17,000 people have been employed in this project from the start up to where we are now. We have spent, or TRAC has spent, approximately 24 billion on this road since its inception. So we are talking of almost closer to 1 billion each year. That is the contribution of private sector at its best. For humble people like myself, is the acknowledgement that we have added value for the people of South Africa and Mozambique, for the region and for the world. So the provision of infrastructure is what drives our motivation. We are there to serve and make sure that the people are safe and they have excellent conditions to drive on, and they can reach their destination in a reduced time frame.
Do you feel that SANRAL's success and expertise with private enterprise projects applied to develop many more infrastructure projects for the benefit of the continent as a whole?
You may not be aware that all countries, African countries, actually are looking for the South African experience in terms of how to involve the private sector in their own countries. We've been talking about South Africa and Mozambique, but there are massive corridors being built elsewhere which links different countries. So there's the Northern Corridor, the Central Corridor, we have the Eastern Corridor, Western Corridor, and of course, Maputo Development Corridor.
What does a day in the life of Mr. Masingi look like? I'm so curious.
It's not different of any other engineer. I do acknowledge I have work to do. I like to contribute. I like to offer the little I know I'm able to do. So the day-to-day is stressful like everybody else. We are trying to run in Cape Town over 15 billion rand projects. So we're dealing with a very complex project. Obviously, we're dealing with concessionaires on N4. Obviously, we're dealing with worldly issues, using documents, leading experts out there. So it's tough, but enjoyable at the same time.
Mr. Masingi, thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate the work that you do, not only for South Africa and Mozambique, but the African continent and the world as a whole. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.